हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू माय चैनल IAS PCS सिंप्लीफाइड। और जो हमारा सीरीज चल रहा था घटना चक्र का, उसमें ये दूसरा लेक्चर है जिसमें मैं बुद्धिज़्म को कैरी आउट करूँगा। बुद्धिज़्म एंशिएंट इंडिया का बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है। यहाँ से आप क्वेश्चन इजीली एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं इन वेरियस एग्जाम्स लाइक एनी स्टेट PCS और एनी वन लाइक एनीवेयर वेयर द GS पोर्शन इज इंसर्टेड। सो बुद्धिज़्म से स्टार्ट करते हैं। पहले हम लोग इसके बारे में थोड़ा सा रिवाइज कर लेंगे, उसके बाद फिर हम लोग इसके क्वेश्चंस और MCQ को देखेंगे। और ये सोर्स क्या है? ये सोर्स है घटना चक्र, लेटेस्ट बुक है 2022 वाली, मैं उसको यूज़ कर रहा हूँ। ठीक है, स्टार्ट करते हैं बुद्धिज़्म से। तो बुद्धिज़्म क्या है? गौतम बुद्धा, एवरीवन नोज हिम, वॉज बॉर्न इन लुम्बिनी नियर कपिलवस्तु इन 563 BC। देखिए, इनके बर्थ और इनके डेथ का के जो एग्जैक्ट ईयर हैं उस पर बहुत सारे कॉन्ट्रोवर्सीज हैं, बट ठीक है, ओवरऑल उसके आसपास की डेट अगर हमें पता है तो ठीक है। लाइक कपिलवस्तु में उनका जन्म हुआ, लुम्बिनी एक जगह है कपिलवस्तु के पास, वहाँ उनका जन्म हुआ इन 563 BC। हिज फादर नेम वॉज सुधोधन, हु वॉज द चीफ ऑफ द साख्या क्लैन। साख्या क्लैन है, उनके चीफ थे सुधोधन, उनके ये पुत्र थे। उनकी माँ जो थी माया देवी, और इनको महामाया भी कहते हैं, सी वॉज फ्रॉम कोलियान क्लैन। कोलियान क्लैन, ये पूछता है क्वेश्चन दैट हिज मदर वॉज फ्रॉम कोलियान क्लैन एंड हिज फादर वॉज फ्रॉम साख्या क्लैन। ठीक है। The childhood name of Gautam Buddha was Siddharth. Everyone knows this. A few days after his birth, his mother died. Therefore, he was raised by his aunt प्रजापति गौतमी, जो कि आगे चल के इनकी डिसाइपल बनेंगी। ये हम लोग आगे देखेंगे। He was married at the age of 16 to Yasodhara, daughter of Sakya clan. ठीक है। In the later Buddhist text, other names of Yasodhara are Gopa, Bimba, बदाक चन्ना etc. देयर सन्स नेम वॉज राहुल। उनके पुत्र का नाम, गौतम बुद्ध के पुत्र का नाम राहुल था। 4 सीन्स, अब देखो इनके लाइफ में एक इंसिडेंस होता है जहाँ उन 4 सीन्स को वो उनके लाइफ में ग्रेट इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है। तो वो 4 सीन्स क्या है? ये कभी कोई पूछता है एग्जाम में। 4 सीन्स हैड अ ग्रेट इम्पैक्ट ऑन बुद्धाज लाइफ वेयर दीज वेयर एन ओल्ड मैन, एक बूढ़ा आदमी, एक बीमार आदमी, अ सिक पर्सन, अ डिसीज्ड एंड द ब्लेस्ड सेंट। ठीक है। सिद्धार्थ डिसाइडेड टू अबंडन हिज वाइफ एंड चिल्ड्रेन एंड लेफ्ट द होम वाइल दे वेयर स्लीपिंग। एट द टाइम ऑफ रिनंसिएशन, जब उनका वो परित्याग कर रहे थे, घर से निकल रहे थे, सिद्धार्थ वॉज 29 ईयर ओल्ड। दीज आर द फैक्ट्स दैट यू शुड रिमेंबर। एनीहाउ, अबंडनिंग ऑफ होम इन बुद्धिस्ट टेक्स्ट हैज़ बीन कॉल्ड महाविनीस कर्मणा। अब देखिए एग्जाम में क्या होता है, इन चीज़ों को पूछता है कि इस चीज़ को क्या कहते हैं। तो बुद्धिस्ट टेक्स्ट में उसी चीज़ को महाविनीस कर्मणा कहते हैं, मतलब वो जो घर छोड़ के चले गए उस प्रक्रिया को महाविनीस कर्मणा कहते हैं। ही मेड द आचार्य ऑफ सांख्या फिलॉसफी अलार कलाम। सो आपको एक चीज़ याद रखना है कि ये एक तरीके के उनके आचार्य थे। नियर वैशाली, सिद्धार्थ रिच्ड राजगृह एंड मेड अनदर धर्मचार्य। ओके, रुद्रक रामपुत्र। तो पहला नाम आपको याद रखना अलार कलाम, और दूसरा नाम याद रखना है रुद्रक रामपुत्र। ठीक है। गौतमा गेट इनलाइटेड इन द माइट ऑफ वैशाख पूर्णिमा आफ्टर 6 years ऑफ कंटिन्यूस मेडिटेशन अंडर अ बोधि ट्री इन बोधगया। बोधगया इज इन बिहार एट द एज ऑफ 35। लाइक 29 को वो घर छोड़े और 6 साल तक वो लगातार मेडिटेशन किए बोधि ट्री के नीचे में, तो उनको इनलाइटमेंट फेज से प्राप्ति हुआ। आफ्टर इनलाइटमेंट ही वॉज कॉल्ड बुद्धा। इनलाइटमेंट के बाद उनको बुद्धा कहा जाने लगा। ठीक है। अनदर नेम ऑफ बुद्धा क्या है? तथागत नाम है, विच मीन्स हुज ट्रूथ इज द नॉलेज। ही वॉज कॉल्ड साख्य मुनि। ही वॉज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड साख्य मुनि। तो ये सारी चीज़ें डायरेक्ट MCQ में पूछती हैं, आप लोगों को याद रखना ही पड़ेगा इनको। ड्यू टू हिज बर्थ इन साख्य क्लैन आफ्टर इनलाइटमेंट, गौतम बुद्धा स्टार्टेड पर्चिंग हिज ओपिनियन फ्रॉम उर्वेला, दैट इज बोध गया। ही फर्स्ट रीच्ड ऋषिपट्टनम, प्रेजेंट डे ये सारनाथ वाराणसी में है। देयर ही गेव द फर्स्ट सरमन टू 5 ब्राह्मण्स। सो पहला अगर सरमन्स के बारे में बात करेंगे तो वो सारनाथ वाराणसी में दिया गया था, उसी को ऋषिपट्टनम कहते थे उस वक्त। ठीक है। 5 ब्राह्मणों को दिए थे। दिस फर्स्ट सरमन वॉज कॉल्ड धर्मचक्र परिवर्तना। तो महाविनीस कर्मणा हुआ, घर छोड़ के जाना, धर्मचक्र परिवर्तना हो गया। उनके जो फर्स्ट सरमन था जो वो 5 मुनियों को दिए थे उसको कहते हैं धर्मचक्र परिवर्तना। इसको याद करना पड़ेगा। ठीक है। अब कुछ इवेंट्स हैं, कुछ सिंबल्स हैं जो बुद्धिज्म से रिलेटेड हैं। सिंबल्स ऑफ बुद्धिज्म रिलेटेड टू द लाइफ ऑफ बुद्धा आर, कुछ ऐसे ऐसे सिंबल्स हैं जिनको हमको ध्यान रखना है। बर्थ को हम लोग लोटस एंड बुल से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं। ग्रेट डिपार्चर को महावनीस कर्मणा जो कहते थे उसको हॉर्स से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, ठीक है। बर्थ को लोटस एंड बुल से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं। ग्रेट डिपार्चर को हॉर्स से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, जिसको हम लोग महावनीस कर्मणा भी कहते हैं। एनलाइटमेंट जिसको हम निर्वाणा कहते हैं उसको पीपल ट्री या बोधि ट्री से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, ठीक है। फर्स्ट सरमन जो वो कहाँ दिए थे, सारनाथ वाराणसी में, उसको जिसको हम लोग धर्म चक्र परिवर्तना भी कहते हैं उसको विल से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं। डेथ को जिसको परिनिर्वाणा कहते हैं जो कि यूपी में होगा उसको स्तूपा कहते हैं। अब देखिए इस सिंबल्स को आपको याद करना होगा बिकॉज दिस क्वेश्चन डायरेक्टली आस्क इन एन एग्जाम। अब आगे बढ़ते हैं। ही स्पेंट हिज सेकेंड, थर्ड एंड फोर्थ ईयर ऑफ रेन एट द राजगिरी। राजगिरी इज इन बिहार। बिम्बिसार द रूलर ऑफ द मगध बिल्ट अ महाविहार कॉल्ड वेलावन फॉर हिज रेसिडेंस। तो आप इससे पता चलता है कि महाविहार जो होता है उसको बिम्बिसार ने बनवाया और इसका नाम था वेलावन इनके रेसिडेंस के लिए। ट्रैवलिंग फ्रॉम राजगिरी बुद्धा रिच्ड वैशाली। वैशाली इज अ डिस्ट्रिक्ट इन बिहार। द कैपिटल ऑफ लिचवी वेयर ही स्पेंट हिज 5th ईयर ऑफ द रेन, ठीक है। लिचवियंस बिल्ट अ फेमस कुटाग्र साला इन महावन फॉर हिज रेसिडेंस। वैशाली रॉयल कॉर्टसेंस अम्रपाली बिकम हिज डिसाइपल एंड प्रोवाइडेड हिज अमर वाटिका फॉर हिज रेसिडेंस ऑफ द बुद्धिस्ट मॉन्क्स। देखिए क्या होता था कि ना बारिश के वक्त में, बारिश के समय में जब बिहार वाले एरिया में बहुत फ्लड आता है तो उस फ्लड के केस में क्या होता है, ये लोग एक अपने विहार बनवाते थे जहाँ पे बुद्धिस्ट मॉन्क्स रुकते हैं, ठीक है। तो उसी को वही विहारा क्रिएट किया गया डिफरेंट रेनी सीजन्स में। इन द 8th ईयर ऑफ एनलाइटमेंट गौतम बुद्धा परमिटेड वुमेन टू इंटर इन भिक्षुनी इनटू बुद्धिस्ट संघा एट वैशाली। तो 8वें साल जब उनका था एनलाइटमेंट का, तब वो वुमेन को अलाउ किए अपने बुद्धिस्ट संघ में इंटर करने के लिए, और ये पहली बार वैशाली में हुआ था। ऑन द एडवाइस ऑफ हिज बिलोवेड डिसाइपल आनंद के कहने पे, जो उनके एक डिसाइपल थे जो बहुत ही उनके क्लोज थे। बुद्धाज आंट जिनका नाम था महाप्रजापति हु रेज्ड हिम एज अ मदर वॉज द फर्स्ट वुमेन टू इंटर इनटू बुद्धिस्ट संघ, ठीक है। महाप्रजापति गौतमी वॉज जो उनकी आंट थी, जो उनकी माँ की सिस्टर थी, उनको ये अपनी पहली वुमेन डिसाइपल बनाया था, ठीक है। अब आते हैं देवदत्ता वॉज द कजन ऑफ बुद्धा। देवदत्ता फर्स्टली बिकम अ फॉलोअर एंड देन बिकम एन एनिमी ऑफ बुद्धा। He wanted to remove Buddha from the Buddhist Sangh and become the head of the Sangh himself. So Devdatta was the enemy of Buddha. But he did not succeed in it. The most propagated skill of Buddhism was the Kaushal state. Okay? Was in the Kaushal state. Now moving further. A wealthy businessman named अनंत पिंडक ऑफ द कौशल किंगडम। कौशल किंगडम का एक वेल्दी बिजनेसमैन था। बिकम हिज डिसाइपल एंड डोनेटेड हिम जेतावना विहारा फॉर द बुद्धिस्ट संघ। कौशल किंग प्रसन्नजीत ऑल्सो एडॉप्टेड बुद्धिस्ट रिलीजियन अलॉन्ग विथ हिज फैमिली एंड ही बिल्ट पूराराम विहार फॉर बुद्धिस्ट संघ। बुद्धा स्पेंट हिज लास्ट रेनी सीजन इन वैशाली। While preaching Buddhism, he reached Pavapuri is in UP, where he stayed in the Amarvatika of Chund, a blacksmith. ठीक है। He gave Buddha Sukra Madhava food to eat, मतलब सुअर का मांस देता है। This caused him bleeding. Then he went to Kushinara, and here he gave his last sermon. So last sermon Buddha delivered in Kushinara or Kushinagar you can say, and to Subhat. He died in Kushinagar, capital of the Republic Mon. In 483 BC, at the age of 80, in Buddhist text, this event is called Mahaparinirvana. Now, Buddha's first sermon is termed as Dharma Chakra Parivartana. The sermon was related to sufferings, the cause of sufferings, and its solution. The concept of eightfold path, Astangika Marg, the theme of Dharma Chakra Parivartana Sutra, which means sermon of the turning of the will of law. He gave noble eightfold path. ये एग्जाम में पूछता है. And 4 noble truth, that is 8-fold paths and 4 noble truths, ठीक है, which were accepted as basic tenets by all Buddhist sects. The 4 noble truth are as follows. ये एग्जाम में पूछता है, आपको याद करना पड़ेगा. There is suffering, there is the cause of suffering, अगर कहीं सफरिंग है तो उसका एक वजह है. देयर इज अ सेसेशन ऑफ सफरिंग एंड देयर इज अ पाथ लीडिंग टू द सेसेशन ऑफ सफरिंग. ठीक है, एक रास्ता है उस दुख से निकलने का, ये भी बात ध्यान रखना है. तो ये 4 चीज़ें हैं ना, 4 नोबल ट्रूथ्स आपको ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा, एग्जाम में पूछता है. द मेन रीजन फॉर द स्प्रेड ऑफ बुद्धिज्म वॉज इट्स सिंप्लिसिटी. अब हम लोग उसके 8 फोल्ड पाथ के बारे में जानते हैं, जिसको हम लोग आर्य सत्य भी कहते हैं. एंड द कंसेप्ट ऑफ नॉन वायलेंस वेयर सिंपल एंड अंडरस्टैंडेबल बाय द कॉमन पीपल. ठीक है, बुद्धा स्प्रेड हिज मैसेज इन द सिंपल लैंग्वेज और द लैंग्वेज ऑफ कॉमन पीपल. बुद्धिज्म डिड नॉट बिलीव इन कास्ट डिस्टिंक्शंस. ठीक है, बुद्धा कभी भी कास्ट डिस्टिंक्शन में बिलीव नहीं करते थे. हर इंसान एक है, हर इंसान में चाहे कोई भी वर्ण का हो, कोई भी कास्ट का हो, वो एक है. द नॉन ब्राह्मण्स, particularly Dalits, were attracted by the simplicity of Buddhism. They also followed the missionary concept. Now, बुद्धिस्ट काउंसिल कहाँ कहाँ हुआ था, ये क्वेश्चन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. फर्स्ट, सेकेंड, थर्ड एंड फोर्थ. आई विल गिव यू अ ट्रिक इफ यू कैन रिमेंबर. नंबर पहला हुआ था 483 बीसी में, राजगृह, जिसको गृहव्रज कहते थे उस वक्त. और ये फर्स्ट बुद्धिस्ट काउंसिल हुआ है. ठीक है, बुद्धिस्ट काउंसिल एक तरीके का मीटिंग होता था जहाँ पे बुद्धिस्ट के मैसेज को प्रोपोगेट करने की बात कही जाती थी. इसके प्रेसिडेंट थे महाकश्यपा. उस वक्त रूरल कौन थे, अजातशत्रु. सो इन चारों के चारों बुद्धिस्ट काउंसिल को आपको याद करना है, चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए. ठीक है, सो फर्स्ट बुद्धिस्ट काउंसिल वॉज हेल्ड इन 483 बीसी. प्लेस था राजगृह, प्रेसिडेंट थे महाकश्यपा एंड रूलर थे अजातशत्रु. ठीक है, अब सेकंड देखते हैं 383 बीसी में. ठीक है, लगभग 100 ईयर्स के बाद वैशाली में हुआ था. और इसके प्रेसिडेंट थे सभाकामी एंड रूलर थे कलालसोका. ठीक है, थर्ड थे 247 बीसी में, हुआ कहाँ पे, पाटलिपुत्रा में. और इसके प्रेसिडेंट थे मोगलीपुत्र टिस्सा और रूलर था अशोक, द ग्रेट अशोक. फोर्थ हुआ था फर्स्ट सेंचुरी एडी में, कुंडलवन. उस वक्त प्रेसिडेंट कौन थे, वासुमित्रा अश्वघोष वाइस प्रेसिडेंट थे एंड रूलर थे कनिष्क. तो आपको ये टेबल ध्यान रखना होगा एनी हाउ, बिकॉज दे डायरेक्टली आस्क क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम दिस टेबल. सो मूविंग फर्दर, नाउ फर्स्ट सेंचुरी दोज हु बिलीव्ड इन ट्रेडिशनल फेथ वाज कॉल्ड सतावीर एंड थेरावदी. ठीक है, अब आगे बढ़ते हैं. दीज वेयर लेड बाय द महाकंचव्यान. दोज हु एक्सेप्टेड द चेंज वेयर कॉल्ड महासंगिका. दे वेयर लेड बाय महाकश्यपा इन द फोर्थ. अब क्या होता है कि चौथा जो बुद्धिस्ट काउंसिल होता है फोर्थ बुद्धिस्ट काउंसिल में, तो फोर्थ बुद्धिस्ट काउंसिल में क्या होता है, जो कि कनिष्का के वक्त होता है, बुद्धिज्म को 2 सेक्ट में बांट दिया जाता है, एक हीनयान और दूसरा महायान. इन महायान गौतम बुद्धा वॉज ट्रीटेड एज गॉड एंड इट्स फॉलोअर्स स्टार्टेड वर्शिपिंग बुद्धा थ्रू आइडल्स. तो महायान में ये होता है कि महायान में क्या करते हैं, गौतम बुद्धा को भगवान की तरह मान लेते हैं और वो उनको पूजा करते हैं उनकी मूर्ति का. ठीक है, गौतम बुद्धा वॉज एलिवेटेड टू द पोजिशन ऑफ गॉड ड्यूरिंग द पीरियड ऑफ कनिष्क. ठीक है, ये चीज़ याद रखना है, पूछता है. द फंडामेंटल डिफरेंस बिटवीन हीनयान एंड महायान सेक्ट्स ऑफ बुद्धिज्म इज रिगार्डिंग ट्रीटिंग बुद्धा एज ए गॉड. ठीक है, हीनयान बिलीव्स इन बुद्धा as a great, Buddha was a great man but he was not a god, whereas Mahayan started worshipping Buddha through idols, treating him as a god. ठीक है, ये बेसिक डिफरेंस है. ठीक है, अब समझते हैं. सरावस्तिवादा लिटरली मीन्स डॉक्ट्रिन दैट ऑल एग्जिस्ट. Sarvastivadin describes a complex system in which past, present and future phenomena are all held to have some form of their own existence. Like all Buddhists, the Sarvastivadians considered everything empirical to the transient, but they maintained that the dharma factor are the extremely existing realities. Impermanence, also called anitya, is one of the essential doctrines and the part of the 3 marks of existence in Buddhism. ठीक है, this doctrine was presented by Buddha himself. The doctrine asserts that all of conditioned existence without exception is transient. So there are 3 marks of existence in Buddhism. This doctrine was presented by Buddha himself. The doctrine asserts that all of conditions existence without exception is transient, evanescent and inconstant. This impermanence is a source of दुखा. ठीक है, जो हमारे सफरिंग्स को डिनोट करता है. Nagarjuna's primary contribution to Buddhism Buddhist philosophy was the use of the concept called sunyata or doctrine of void. मतलब there is nothing, there is all a void concept, that is sunyata. The famous literary work मध्यमिका करिका, जैसे कि माध्यमिक मार्ग होता है ना उस तरीके का, मध्यमिका करिका provides one of the Nagarjuna most famous quotations on emptiness or co-arising. Nagarjuna was an eminent personality in the court of Kanishk. Huan Sang called him one of the world's 4 great guiding powers. In the book Madhyamik Karika, he has discussed the theory of relativity also. He was a great man. He is also known as the Indian Einstein. ठीक है, this is also a question. He is also known as the Indian Einstein. According to Chinese mythology, Nagarjuna traveled to China and preached Buddhism. ठीक है, Maitreya has been called future Buddha in Buddhist tradition. तो आपको सबसे पहले ये समझना है कि नागार्जुना के बारे में ध्यान रखना है। नागार्जुना कहाँ से बिलोंग करते थे, तो वो एक कोर्ट पोएट थे, एमिनेंट पर्सनालिटी थे इन कनिष्क। ठीक है, इनका बुक का नाम था माध्यमिक करिका, जिसमें थ्योरी ऑफ रिलेटिविटी की भी बात थी, और ये बुद्धिज्म को स्प्रेड करने के लिए चाइना भी गए थे। ठीक है, अब सुनते हैं। पद्मा पानी और लोटस बियरर इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट कॉमन एपिथेट्स ऑफ अवलोकित सवेरा द बोधिसत्वा ऑफ इनफाइनाइट कंपेशन। देखिए बोधिसत्वा का मतलब क्या होता है, वैसे लोग जो बुद्धिज्म को फैलाते हैं, क्रिएट करते हैं। ठीक है, दिस सुपरली मॉडल्ड स्कल्पचर्स स्टैंड्स इन त्रिभंगा और ट्राइडेंट पोजेज। अ बोधिसत्वा इज अ लिविंग बीइंग हु एस्पायर टू एनलाइटेंड बोधि एंड कैरीज आउट एल्ट्रिस्टिक प्रैक्टिस। मतलब वो चाहते हैं कि वो बोधि बन जाना और उस प्रैक्टिस को कैरी आउट करने का। द बोधिसत्वा आइडल इज सेंट्रल टू द महायाना बुद्धिज्म ट्रेडिशन as the individual who seeks enlightenment both for himself or herself and for others। मतलब खुद के लिए तो चाहते ही हैं वो enlightenment, मतलब दूसरों के लिए भी enlightenment वो spread करना चाहते हैं। मैं भी enlightened हो रहा हूँ, आप भी enlightened हो जाओ, इसी को बोधिसत्वा कहेंगे। ठीक है, अब चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं। In order to preach the doctrine of Buddhism, Mahatma Buddha, the Buddhist compiled a new type of literature। Buddhism literature is known as Tripitaks, और इसको 3 तरीके से कैटेगराइज किया गया। एक है सूत पिटक, पहला है सूत पिटक, दूसरा है विनय पिटक और तीसरा है अविधम पिटक। अब देखिए एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन कैसे पूछता है। एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन ये पूछता है कि इस तीनों पिटक्स में कौन किस चीज़ से रिलेटेड है। ठीक है, तो हम लोग स्टार्ट करते हैं इस चीज़ को समझने का। पहले समझते हैं सूत पिटक। ये क्या होता है, इट कंटेन्स द सेइंग एंड टीचिंग ऑफ बुद्धाज। saying and teaching of Buddhas. So you need to be very much careful about what we are learning. Saying, it contains the saying and teaching of the Buddha. ठीक है, अब सेकंड की बात करते हैं, विनय पिटक। ठीक है, मोस्टली इट डील्स विद द रूल्स टू बी ऑब्जर्व्ड बाय मेंबर्स ऑफ द संघा। देखिए जो भी काउंसिल बन रही है ना, उसमें क्या रूल्स होंगे, रेगुलेशंस होंगे, एक तरीके से विनय पिटक जो है डिसिप्लिन के लिए है। ठीक है, अब तीसरा जो है वो है अविधम पिटक। अविधम पिटक में क्या होगा, प्रेजेंट्स द फिलोसफिकल एक्सपोजिशन ऑफ द धम्मा। द अविधम्म पिटक कंसिस्ट ऑफ 7 बुक्स, 7 बुक इसके अंदर होता है। यम का एक तरीके से आप समझ सकते हो कि बुद्धिस्ट बायोग्राफी एक तरीके का है ये। पथना, कथावत्तु, पुगलापंथी, धातु कथा, विभांगा, धमा संगनी। द रिलीजियस टेक्स्ट ऑफ द बुद्धिस्ट इन विच द स्टोरीज ऑफ द प्रीवियस बर्थ ऑफ गौतम बुद्ध आर कंपाइल्ड आर कॉल्ड जातकाज। अगर हम लोग प्रीवियस बर्थ की जो स्टोरीज उनकी जो कंपाइल किया गया उसको हम लोग जातक कहते हैं। इट इज रिटन इन द पाली लैंग्वेज। तो लैंग्वेज भी ध्यान रखिएगा, लैंग्वेज पूछ देता है कभी कभी। ठीक है, तो ये लिखा हुआ है पाली लैंग्वेज में। ठीक है, ठीक है, तो बेसिक महायान और हीनयान का डिफरेंस समझ लेते हैं। महायान और हीनयान का डिफरेंस में तो आपको पता ही है कि महायान जो होता है, महायाना लिटरली मीन्स ग्रेट वैकिल, हीनयाना लिटरली मीन्स द लेसर वैकिल। मतलब ठीक है, बुद्धा इज कंसिडर्ड एज द गॉड इन केस ऑफ महायान बुद्धिज्म। ये दोनों सेक्ट हैं बुद्धिज्म के। महात्मा बुद्ध इज कंसिडर्ड एज अ ग्रेट मैन बट ही वॉज नॉट ए गॉड इन केस ऑफ हीनयाना। महायान में क्या होता है कि ये सोल और रीबर्थ पे भरोसा करते थे। ये इनका मानना था कि जो सोल होता है वो फिर से रीबर्थ कर लेता है, ये महायान में है। बट द हीनयान में क्या है, दिस इज इंडिविजुअलिस्टिक रिलीजन। अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस एवरी पर्सन शुड गेट साल्वेशन थ्रू इट्स ओन एफर्ट। मतलब सब अपने अपने तरीके से साल्वेशन ले सकता है, कोई सिंगल मार्ग नहीं है। ठीक है, इट एम्फेसाइजेज ऑन फिलैंथ्रोपी एंड द सर्विस। इट्स ऑब्जेक्टिव इज द वेलफेयर ऑफ ऑल मैनकाइंड। ये महायान का है। बट हीनयान में क्या है, इट डज नॉट बिलीव इन द आइडल वर्शिप एंड डिवोशन। ठीक है, Its way of worship is very strict and it follows the monk life. It aims to attain arhat. आप समझते हैं क्या महायान का? Their principle are simple and accessible. In this, the importance is given to the common devotee along with the monk. ठीक है. Its major और हीनयान का जानते हैं. Its major sects are वैभाविका एंड सूत्रांतरिका. ठीक है. तो यही था महायान और हीनयान के बारे में. अब एक चीज़ समझते हैं. कुछ चीज़ें हैं बुद्धा की, जैसे एक होता है चैत्य, एक होता है स्तूपा. ठीक है. तो इसमें क्या क्या इंक्लूडेड होता है ये समझते हैं हम. ठीक है. अब कुछ चीज़ें जो बुद्धा से रिलेटेड हैं हम वो पढ़ते हैं. ड्यूरिंग द बुद्धिस्ट पीरियड सम ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट सेंटर्स ऑफ लर्निंग इन इंडिया वेर नालंदा, विक्रमशिला एंड वल्लवी. Vallavi is in Gujarat, Nalanda and Vikramshila is in Bihar. These centers of learning were not only popular among the different janpadas from where students came from learning, but also attracted students from abroad like China, Japan, Tibet and other countries of Southeast Asia. Some of the educational centers like Takshila and Nalanda enjoyed the status of universities. Nalanda was the main center for the education for Mahayana Buddhism and Vallavi for Hinayan Buddhism. Vikramshila Mahavihara was established by Pala king Dharmapala. This question you can expect in exam because always they are asking about Vikramshila and Nalanda. He also constructed temples and monasteries there. The University of Nalanda came into existence during the Gupta period. University of Nalanda during Gupta period and Vikramshila Mahavihara was established by Pala king known as Dharmapala. ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं. Initially Kumargupta I gave donations to Nalanda Buddhist Vihara and afterward Buddhagupta, Tathagupta, नालंदा एंड बालदित्या ऑल्सो डोनेटेड हिज विहारा. सो आप देख सकते हैं कि गुप्ता पीरियड में बहुत सारा डोनेशंस हुआ है फॉर विहार्स के लिए और फिर यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के लिए. नवनालंदा महाविहारा इज अ मॉडर्न सेंटर ऑफ बुद्धिस्ट स्टडी विच वॉज एस्टेब्लिश्ड बाय द बिहार गवर्नमेंट इन नालंदा इन ईयर 1951. उदंतपुरी और उदंतीपुर ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज उदंतपुरा was a prominent education center for ancient time. It was situated in Magad, now Bihar, India. It was established by the Pala Emperor Gopal I. ठीक है. अब जानते हैं कुछ चैत्य और स्तूपास के बारे में. चैत्यास क्या होता है? लिटरली मीन्स रिलेटेड टू चिता. समाधीज were built on the ground after the burial of the dead bodies. They were initially called chaitya or stupas. In these samadhis, residue of great men were kept safe. Therefore, chaityas become the center of worship. ठीक है. The house built near monasteries or chaitya griha were called vihara. The word stupa has been used for the first time in Rig Veda. In Rig Veda text, stupa means tree stem. Rig Veda refers to a stupa raised by the king Varuna above the forest in a place having no foundation. Anything that is raised on the ground like heap pile might have been known as stupas. Like this, you can say like this. Okay. Now, stupa has four types. First Sranik, body of stupa, Paribhunik stupa, Udhesika, that is objective, and stupas, objective of stupas, and Pujanthak, that is worshipping stupa. Okay. Now, Gautam Buddha is also known as Light of the Asia. ठीक है. The book Light of the Asia on the life of Gautam Buddha was written by Edwin Arnold. Edwin Arnold has written the book on the Light of Asia on the life of Gautam Buddha. Edwin Arnold. Mahaparinirvana temple is located in Kushinagar district of Uttar Pradesh. Statue of Lord Buddha in the temple was obtained by excavation in 1876 AD. The statue of Lord Buddha is 6.10, that is 6.10 meter high in this temple and is placed in lying position. मतलब इस तरीके से rested mode में है. ठीक है. This idol reflects the period when Lord Buddha at the age of 80 left his earthly body and become free from the bondage of the death. That is parinirvana. The difference between Hinayana and Mahayana I have already covered. So moving to the last point, that is some of the Buddhist texts and their authors. ठीक है. मिलिंद पन्हो, इनके ऑथर थे नागसेन. बुद्ध चरिता, सौदरनंद, सरिपुत्र प्रकरण, The writer of these were Ashwaghosh. Madhyamiki Kakarika, we have already read about Nagarjuna. Vishuddhi Maga, Buddho Ghosh. Abhidhamma Kosh, Vasubandhu. So these are all the revision section, and I will now go with the MCQ series. So let's start with MCQ series. When was Gautam Buddha was born? He was born in 563 BC. I don't think I need to maximum time. If needed, I will read the explanation, or else I will skip. Now, which of the events of Buddha's life is known as Mahaviniskramana? Mahaviniskramana is related to his departure from home. When he left home at the age of 29, that incident is known as Mahaviniskramana. Gautam Buddha's mother was from which clan? She was from Kolyan clan. Okay, now moving further. Gautam Buddha was born at Lumbini. Lumbini is in Nepal. Which of these is another name of Buddha? Parth, Prachanna, Mihir, Gudakesh, none of the above. None of these. So it's none of these. Let me read the explanation. Parth and Gudakesh were the names of Arjuna of Mahabharata. Mihir and Prachanna were not the names of Buddha. Hence, intended answer were E. Okay, moving further. From which inscription of the following dynasty Lumbini was known as Buddha's birthplace? It was from Mauryan inscription. Mauryan inscription gave the detail about the birthplace of Buddha's, that is Lumbini. So let me read the explanation. From the Mauryan dynasty, Emperor Asoka's Rumandai pillar inscription is known that Lumbini is the birthplace of Gautam Buddha. तो अशोका के रुमनदाई पिलर इंस्क्रिप्शन से ये पता चला, जो कि मौर्यन डायनेस्टी के हैं, उनसे ये पता चला कि गौतम बुद्धा का जन्म हुआ वो लुम्बिनी में हुआ. लुम्बिनी वॉज इन नेपाल. अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस इंस्क्रिप्शन, किंग अशोका केम हियर, that is there at Lumbini in the 20th century of his coronation, and worshipped the place where Shakyamuni was born. In addition to that, he also exempted Lumbini from the tax as it was the birthplace of Gautam Buddha. He was the follower of Buddha. Now, which of the following inscription of Ashoka confirms that tradition that Gautam Buddha was born in Lumbini? So we all know it's Rumandai pillar inscription. Moving further, the inscription of which one of the following kings gives the information that Shakyamuni Buddha was born in Lumbini? Same question, it's Ashoka. Where did Mahatma Buddha Mahaparinirvana takes place? It takes place in Kushinagar. Mahaparinirvana. Okay. Buddhists attend Mahaparinirvana in the Republic of its Mallas. Gautam Buddha attend Mahaparinirvana in Kingdom of Malla. Gautam Buddha attained Nirvana at which place? Actually, the place is Kushinagar. Let me read the proper explanation for this question, because this is very important question. Mahatma Buddha delivered his first sermon at the site of Deer Park at Sarnath. Later he moved towards Koshal, Kapilvastu, Vaishali and Rajgriha to propagate the teaching of Buddhism. The king of Koshal, that is the Prasenjit, with his entire family adopted discipleship of Buddha. During his campaign, he reached Pava, the capital of Mallas, Pavapuri. At Pava, Buddha stayed in the mango grove of Chund. एक blacksmith थे उनके बगीचे में. There Chund provided him a large number of sukra madhava, that is क्या हुआ, एक सुगर का मांस खाने के लिए उनको दिया गया, which resulted in the sickness which flow of blood and violent deadly pains. But Buddha reached Kushinara, capital of Republic Malla. Here he abandoned his body in 483 BC at the age of 80 years. It is known as Mahaparinirvana. Okay. Now, Mahaparinirvana temple is located it is located in Kushinagar. Now, which of the following kingdom were associated with the life of Buddha? Okay. Avanti, second is Gandhara, third is Kushla, and fourth is Magad. Kaushal and Magad was the prominent attached kingdoms those were associated with the life of Buddha. So 3 and 4 will be the correct answer. From the Gigame kingdom, Gautam Buddha was associated with the Kaushal and Magad kingdom. He visited these two kingdoms to propagate his techniques or teachings. Who was the last person to get enlightened? Last person to get enlightenment from the Buddha. He was Subhadda. Gautam Buddha in his last year went to his disciple named Chund at Pava, where he suffered food poisoning and after eating pork offered by Chund, then he went to Kushinagar, capital city and Malla's kingdom, where he gave his last sermon to Subhadda, and finally attended the Mahaparinirvana at Kushinagar. Okay, who amongst the following was the last person converted by the Buddha? So the last person who was converted by the Buddha is Subhadda, the ruler of Suvarnabhumi, who founded a Buddhist monastery at Nalanda and requested Devpala through his ambassador to grant 5 villages for its maintenance. He was Balputra Deva. Balputra Deva was the ruler of Suvarnabhumi, who founded a Buddhist monastery at Nalanda and requested Devpala through his ambassador to grant 5 villages for its maintenance. Okay, moving to the next question. Where did Buddha resides during the last rainy season in his life? The last rainy season, Buddha has resided in Vaisali. Buddha resided in Vaisali during his last rainy season of his life. Actually, Buddha reached Beluva, which was in the suburb of Vaisali, to spend his time during rainy season at the age of 80 years, with his 2 disciples, one of them popularly known as Ananda, his favorite disciple. Okay. Which one of the following describes the best concept of nirvana in Buddhism? Nirvana means the extinction of the flame of desire. ठीक है, मतलब कुछ भी जो डिज़ायर है मेरा उसका खत्म हो जाना. Buddhism considered desire as the cause of all pain. The state of nirvana in Buddhism is considered as the state which is free from desire, pain, pleasure, etc. Okay, this is the literal meaning. Moving to the next question. Who was Alar Kalma? Alar Kalma was the teacher of Buddha. He was the first teacher of Buddha. Alar Kalma was one of the best and well-known religious teacher. Ascetic Buddha went to study under him. He stayed and learned many things, including meditation. He worked hard and eventually equaled his teacher in learning. Finally, Alar Kalma could not teach Buddha anymore, and he said, "You are same as I am now. There is no difference between you and us. You and me. Stay here and take my place and teach my students with me." Alar Kalma was the Acharya of Samkhya philosophy and was renowned for his spiritual strength. Moving further. At which place did Mahatma Buddha give the first Dharm Chakra Parivartana? It's in Sarnath. Okay. Where did Buddha preached his first sermon? First sermon is in Sarnath. Who gave his first sermon in Sarnath? It's Mahatma Buddha. Gautam Buddha gave his first sermon at Sarnath. In Buddhist text, Dharm Chakra Parivartana is known as first sermon at Sarnath. 5 मुनीस को जो दिए थे वो धर्म चक्र परिवर्तना was performed at Sarnath. All the same question repeating, so I am going in flow. Gautam Buddha gave the maximum sermon at which place? सबसे ज़्यादा sermon उन्होंने सारावस्ती में दिया है. Most of the disciples of Gautam Buddha were from Koshala region. He delivered his maximum sermons at Saravasti, the capital of Koshala. Okay. Which philosophy accept Triratna? Triratna is accepted by Buddhism, and the three Ratna, which is known as three jewel of Buddha's philosophy, here the three jewels are the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. The Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. Okay, these are the three Ratna of Buddhist philosophy. Moving to the next question. What does Triratna means in Buddhism? It means Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Okay. Buddha had visited Kausambi during the regime of Udayan. Mahatma Buddha visited Kausambi during the regime of King Udayan. He was his 9th resting place. Under the influence of Pindola Bhardwaj, Udayan turned to Buddhism and donated Ghoshit Ram Vihar to Bhikshu Sangh. First Buddhist conference after the death of Buddha was presided over by. He was presided over by Mahakashyapa. I had already told you by all the 4 conferences. You need to remember all the 4 conferences. Who among the following conducted the first Buddhist council? First Buddhist council was conducted by Mahakashyapa. Moving to the next question. Saptparni cave situated in Rajgriha. Who among the following presided over the Buddhist council held during the regime of Kanishk at Kashmir? It was presided by Vashumitra. The fourth Buddhist council was held in Kundalwan, Kashmir, under the patronage of Kushan king Kanishk, and the president of this council was Vashumitra. With Ashvaghosha as his deputy president, this council distinctively divided Buddhism into two sects, namely Mahayana and Hinayan. Okay, which of the following ruler convened the fourth Buddhist council in Kashmir? It's Kanishk, Kushan ruler. Mahayana sect and Buddhism emerged during the regime of Kanishk. A Buddhist council during the regime of Kanishk was held at Kashmir, Kundalgram. Moving to the next question. The fourth Buddhist council was held in Kashmir during the regime of which king? It's simple question, Kanishk. It's repetitive in nature. The fourth Buddhist council was held during the regime of Kanishk. Four Buddhist councils were held in the following places. Arrange them in chronological order. Chronological order means सबसे पहले कौन हुआ? तो पहले the first one was Grivraj. First one was Grivraj. That is 2 will be 1. And then it will be Vaishali. And then it will be Patliputra. And last was Kundalvana. So 3 will be last. So let's search 3 in the last segment. So here it is. Only 3 in the last. So option D is the correct answer. Moving further. Second Buddhist council was held at which place? कहाँ पे हुआ था? तो सेकंड वाला हुआ था वैशाली में. फर्स्ट ग्रीवरज और राजगृह, सेकंड वैशाली. ठीक है. मूविंग फर्दर. वेयर वॉज द थर्ड बुद्धिस्ट काउंसिल हेल्ड? थर्ड हेल्ड इन पाटलिपुत्रा. ठीक है. द फर्स्ट बुद्धिस्ट काउंसिल वॉज हेल्ड ड्यूरिंग द रिजीम ऑफ अजात शत्रु. The first Buddhist council was held in which of the following cities? It was held in Rajgriha. Second Buddhist council was organized by Kalal Sok. Four important events of Buddha's life and thereby related 4 places are mentioned below. अब समझना है कौन सा कहाँ किससे रिलेटेड है. ठीक है. पहले तो हम लोग डेथ पे ही सर्च कर लेते हैं. ठीक है. डेथ कहाँ पे हुआ था? डेथ हुआ था खुशीनगर में. सो डी का 4 होगा. डी के 4 के लिए इधर सी और डी, ये दोनों में से कोई एक करेक्ट आंसर होना चाहिए हमारे पास. ठीक है. तो अब देखते हैं. बर्थ कहाँ हुआ था? बर्थ वॉज इन लुम्बिनी, नेपाल. ठीक है. बर्थ लुम्बिनी में हुआ था. तो ए का 3 होना चाहिए. ए का 3 इज द ओनली दिस ऑप्शन. सो ऑप्शन सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. सो आप देख सकते हो. बी का 2 दैट इज एनलाइटमेंट इज इन बोध गया. फर्स्ट प्रीचिंग इज इन सारनाथ. सो try to eliminate the question as many options as possible. You will get the correct answer. Okay, moving further to the next question. Which event of Buddha life represented by the will with deer in Indian art? Will with deer will represented by first preaching. The first preaching event of Buddha's life is represented by the will with deer in Indian art. Buddha delivered his first preaching in Mrigdava, Sarnath. Okay. Now here the same type of question. Birth was represented by lotus. There is the list 1 is a sign and list 2 is the meaning. So birth is represented by, its meaning is lotus. ठीक है. First sermon was represented by Dharma Chakra Parivartana. So 2. A4, B2. A4, so it can be option B and D. B2, that is D. So you can easily take the answer as D. But let me go further for this. So C. Enlightenment means Bodhi tree, that is the people tree, and God, and great departure means horse. So option D is the correct answer. So let me read this. Birth lotus, first sermon is represented by Dharma Chakra, enlightenment is Bodhi tree, great departure is horse. Okay. So Karmapa Lama belongs to which of the following sects of Tibetan Buddhism? It's belong to Kangyupa. Karmapa Lama belongs to the Kangyupa sect of Tibetan Buddhism. There are many sects of Buddhism you need to know, and Karmapa Lama belongs to the sect of Tibetan Buddhism of Kangyup sects. Okay. Now question number 50. Which of the following statement is correct about Lord Buddha? कौन सा statement correct है ये हमको जानना है. ठीक है. He was born in Kapilvastu. Lord Buddha. Which of the following is correct? ठीक है. Kapilvastu near Lumbini. So this statement is correct. He attained the enlightenment in Bodh Gaya. This is also correct. He discarded the Vedic religion. This is also correct. He preached the noble truth. He also correct. So 1, 2, 3, 4 all are correct. So option D is the correct answer. Now question number 51 is that Mahabodhi temple has been built at Bodh Gaya where Gautam Buddha received enlightenment. For the full 6 years, Gautam Buddha sought a due solution to the sufferings. Ultimately, he got enlightened at the age of 35 years at Bodh Gaya under People Tree or a Vask Purnima night. Hence, he was called Buddha. Mahabodhi temple was built at this site. Okay. The Bodhi Vriksh in Bodh Gaya belongs to which generation of its family? It's a fifth generation. Which of the following Buddhist sacred place in situated on the bank of river Niranjana? A. It's Bodh Gaya. The Buddhist sacred place Bodh Gaya, where Buddha got enlightenment, is situated on the bank of river Niranjana. The teaching of Buddha are related to. It is related to purity and holiness of conduct. Who among the following wanted to become the leader of the Sangha even during the lifetime of Buddha? It's Devdatta. He was the cousin of Mahatma Buddha. Whom of the following did Gautam Buddha nominate for the leadership of Buddhist Sangh after his death? He was not from neither Ananda nor Upali nor Mahakassapa. Gautam Buddha did not appoint any successor and asked his follower to work towards liberation. The teaching of Buddha existed only in oral tradition. The Sangha had a number of Buddhist councils to reach consensus on matters of Buddhist doctrine and practices. Like उनके मरने के बाद कोई भी उनका सक्सेसर नहीं बनेगा. ठीक है. सो किसी एक का प्रोफाउंड होना डिसकंटिन्यू हो गया आफ्टर द डेथ ऑफ बुद्धा. ठीक है. 57 after the Mahaparinirvana of Lord Buddha, the first Buddhist council was held at. The first Buddhist council was held at Rajgriha or Rajgir. It's in Bihar. The first Buddhist council was held after the death Mahaparinirvana of Lord Buddha during the tenure of Magad king Ajatasattu in the Saptkarni cave in Rajgriha, Rajgir. Okay. Now moving to the next question. The concept of eightfold path forms the theme of Dharmachakra Parvartana Sutta. Okay. Now moving to the next question. Which of the following are true about Gautam Buddha? He believes in karma. Okay, he believes in karma. Yes, he believes in karma. He believes in rebirth. Yes, he also believes in rebirth. And third, attaining nirvana. Yes, he also believes in attaining nirvana. Belief in the power of God. No, he doesn't believe in the power of God. So A, B, 1, 2 and 3 is correct. So A will be the correct explanation, answer. Now moving to the next question. The entry of women as a vikshuni, जो भिक्षा मांगती हैं, into the Buddhist Sangh was allowed by Gautam Buddha at. It was allowed at Vaisali. On the request of his disciple Ananda, Gautam Buddha allowed the entry of women as vikshuni into the Buddhist Sangha at Vaisali. The first woman who was admitted into the Buddhist Sangha was Mahaprajapati Gautami, जो उनकी aunt थी. ठीक है. Who is called crypto Buddhist? A very interesting question. Adi Sankaracharya is known as the crypto Buddhist. So let me read the explanation, as this question seems to be very attractive. Adi Sankaracharya was one of the greatest philosophers of Hinduism. Adi Sankaracharya is sometimes called a crypto Buddhist by scholars because he challenged Buddhism and took away many of its concepts and merged it into the mainstream Hinduism. So hence Buddhism is lost its unique appeal, and after external invasions of Buddhist monasteries, Buddhism had to leave India and take refuge in Tibet, China and other Southeast Asian country. Okay. So crypto Buddhist, Adi Sankaracharya. What is Tripitak? Tripitak is the collection of preaching of Buddha. Collection of preaching of Buddha. ठीक है? Tripitaks are the sacred book of the West Buddhist. Now, Tripitaks texts are related to which religion? Simple, it's of Buddhism. Tripitak is associated with the following. It is associated with Buddhism. Sut Pitak, Avidam Pitak and Vinay Pitak. Which of the following Buddhist texts contain the rules of monastic life? Here we are talking about rules and regulations. That is the discipline. So Vinay Pitak. Which of the following Buddhist literature contains the Buddha's sermon on matters of ethics and doctrine? So it's Sut Pitak. Okay, so Buddha's sermons on matter of ethics and doctrine is considered under Sut Pitak. Sut Pitak, which is also known as Sutra Pitak in Sanskrit, is an extensive body of text constituting the basic doctrinal section of the Buddhist canon. Sut Pitak is the book of discourses dealing with ethical principle of Buddha's teaching. One of the part of the Sut Pitak is known as Digha Nikaya. is the collection of 34 long sutras, including doctrinal expositions, legends, and more many rules. Okay. Yamka belongs to the Buddhist Pitak. It belongs to the Abhidham Pitak. Okay. Moving to the next question. In ancient Indian Buddhist monasteries, a ceremony called Pavarna used to be held. It was the confession by monks of their offenses committed during their stay in the monasteries during the rainy season. क्या मैंने आपको पहले बताया था कि रेनी सीजन में क्या करते थे, फ्लड की सिचुएशन क्रिएट होती है यूपी बिहार के रीजन में, प्लेन्स में, तो वहाँ क्या करते थे, बहुत सारे जो विहार में रुकते थे वहाँ के डिफरेंट बुद्धिस्ट मोनेस्ट्रीज़ में बुद्धिस्ट लोग जो रुकते थे, वो पवरना में क्या करते थे, कन्फेस करते थे अपने जो भी ऑफेंसेस क्रिएट किए हैं उस टाइम के बीच में. ठीक है. ड्यूरिंग 4 months ऑफ रेनी सीजन द डिसाइपल्स ऑफ बुद्धा लिव्स इन बुद्धा महाविहार. During the season, they stop preaching about their religion. After the rainy season, they again start preaching with a welcoming ceremony called Pavarna. ठीक है? Pavarna. In this ceremony, the monks confess their offenses and discuss future work plan. ठीक है? अब आ जाओ. Asokaram monastery was situated at. It is situated at Patliputra. Patliputra, it's in Patna, Bihar. According to the famous Buddhist text Mahavans, the Mauryan ruler Asoka built Ashoka Ram Vihar in the Patliputra under the supervision of a monk named Indragupta. Okay, moving to the next question. Where is the highest in the world Vishwa Shanti Stup is located in Bihar? It's located in Rajgir, Grihraj. The Vishwa Shanti Stup in the World Peace Pagoda, height nearly about 400 meter, situated on the hills of Rajgir in Bihar, is the highest Vishwa Shanti Stupa in the world. You all should visit Bihar if you are fond of Gautam Buddha. The giant Buddha's statue of 80 feet at Bodh Gaya was constructed by Japanese. The giant Buddha statue in Bodh Gaya, Bihar is 80 feet high. It is a meditation posture or Dhyan Mudra where Buddha is seated on a lotus in the open air. It took 7 years to complete and is made up of sandstone blocks and red granite. This statue was built with the help of Daijokovo sect of Japan. Okay. Now next question. Where the word stupa has been used for the first time? It is used in the Rig Veda. Rig Veda, Atharveda, Yajurveda, Samveda. It is mentioned in the Rig Veda for the first time. The word stupa has been used for the first time in Rig Veda. In Rig Veda text, stupa means tree stem. Rig Veda refers to a stupa raised by the king Varuna above the forest in a place having no foundation. Anything that is raised on the ground like heap pile might have been known as stupa. The stupa site which is not connected with any incident of Lord Buddha's life it's in Sanchi stupa. The stupa at Bodh Gaya is related to the enlightenment of Buddha. Sarnath is related to Dharmachakra Parivartana. Kushinagar or Kushinara is related to the death of the Buddha, that is Mahavini's. Dharmachakra Parivartana is for Sarnath. Bodh Gaya is related to enlightenment of Buddha. Kushinara or Kushinagar is related to the death of Buddha, while Sanchi Stup is not related to any incidents of Buddha's life. Okay, moving further. It was also ancient name of world famous tourist destination of Sanchi. It's Kaknam. Sanchi is one of the prominent spot of Buddhist tourism in India. It is located at Sanchi in Raisen district of Madhya Pradesh. Sanchi, popularly known as Kaknam, Kakanya, Kakanda Bota and Bota Sri Parvata in ancient time, has a singular distinction of having remarkable specimen of Buddhist art and architecture right from early Mauryan period. UNESCO World Heritage Site Mahastupa, Great Stupa stands here. Okay. Which is the correct chronological order of the following stupas? अब chronological order बताना है. देखो इसका explanation नहीं दे रखा है, मतलब ये है कि इस क्वेश्चन में कुछ ना कुछ इशू होगा, हम इसकी explanation पढ़ के जानते हैं कि क्या इशू है. Bahraut and Sanchi stupas were constructed during the regime of Mauryan Empire, Ashoka. Some historical sources also consider that Dhamek stupa was built during the reign of Ashoka. Amravati stupa was built during the period of Satvahans. It is not possible to decide the chronological order. Yes. So everything written was not very much assured, so you cannot decide the chronology order of this question. World is unstable and transient. World is unstable and transient is related to which of the following? It is related to obviously the Buddhism. Who advocated Neo Buddhism? Ambedkar advocated Neo Buddhism. Nayavana or Neo Buddhism means new vehicle and refers to the reinterpretation of Buddhism by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Navayana rejects. Now, moving to the next question. Who among the following known as Light of Asia? Light of Asia is Gautam Buddha. Who amongst the following is known as the Light of Asia? Light of Asia is Lord Buddha, and Light of Asia और द लाइट बीम, एडविन आर्नोल्ड जिन्होंने एक किताब लिखा था, उस बुक का नाम था द लाइट ऑफ एशिया, तो उसी से रेफर्ड है ये स्टेटमेंट. विथ रेफरेंस टू द कल्चरल हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंडिया, कल्चरल हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंडिया, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज द करेक्ट डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ द टर्म पारामितास? पारामितास, ठीक है, अब इसके बारे में पढ़ते हैं. द अर्लीस्ट धर्मास्त्र टेक्स्ट आर रिटन इन aphoristic sutra style. Okay, philosophical schools that did not accept the authority of Vedas, perfections whose attainment led to the bodhisattva path. This is the correct explanation of paramithas. Okay, paramithas is Buddhist term, is translated as perfection. Paramithas, towards the path of becoming Buddha. Perfection towards the path of becoming Buddha. The paramitas respect qualities and that the bodhisattvas strive to perfect in order to purify karma and kleshas and develop bodhi charitra. Sir Edwin Arnold book The Light of the Asia is based on, it's based on Lalit Vistar. What do you mean by the term Lalit Vistar? Is The Light of Asia, subtitled The Great Renunciation, is a book by Sir Edwin Arnold. The first edition of the book was published in July 1879. This book is based upon the contents of Lalit Vistara. Okay, moving further. What is the fundamental difference between Hinayan and Mahayana sects of Buddhism? Belief in non-violence, caste-free society, worship of God and goddess, worship of stupas. So, एक जो है वो गॉड को मानते थे, एक जो है गॉड को नहीं मानते थे. ये तो क्लियर है आपको. वर्शिप ऑफ गॉड एंड गॉडेस वाला ही कंडीशन सही होगा इनका. सो मूविंग फर्दर, ऑप्शन सी विल बी करेक्ट. Gautam Buddha was elevated to the position of God during the period of Kanishk. Kanishk was the great admirer of Buddha and he was the great disciple of Buddha. The fourth council held during the regime of Kanishka divided Buddhism into two sects, namely Hinayan and Mahayana. ठीक है, in Mahayana Gautam Buddha was treated as God, whereas they started worshipping Buddha through idols. Hence Gautam Buddha was elevated in the position of God during the period of Kanishka. The first human statue worshipped in India were those of, it was of Buddha, obviously Buddha. So coming to question number 86, the oldest sculptures of Buddha is made up of which style? So इस style के बारे में जानते हैं. Although the answer is option E, let's read the explanation part. During the Kushan period, various statues of Buddha and Bodhisattvas, both in standing and sitting position was there, were made in Mathura and Gandhara style. देखो मथुरा स्टाइल में क्या होता है, मथुरा और गंधारा दो तरह की स्टाइल होता है. एक ब्लैक एंड वाइट होता है और एक प्योर ब्लैक होता है, एक कलरफुल होता है. ठीक है, तो मथुरा स्टाइल जो होता है वो ब्लैक होता है. एज पर V.S. अग्रवाल, बुद्ध स्टेच्यूज वेयर फर्स्ट मेड इन मथुरा ओनली. एज पर Huenseng, फर्स्ट बुद्धा स्टेच्यू वॉज मेड इन कौशाम्बी, बट वेरियस अदर हिस्टोरियंस गिव्स क्रेडिट टू गंधारा स्टाइल for the first statue of Buddha. Hence it can be not said the conclusively, so you cannot conclude that which style that was made in first and which is the oldest one, so you cannot. So answer will be none of the above. Which of the following laid the foundation of idol worship in the country? It's Buddhism. In context of the following, Buddhism laid the foundation of the idol worship in the country. The followers of Mahayana primarily started worshipping the idols of Buddha. Okay, because as per the options, Jainism they don't allow, Ajivikas and Vedic religion also. Name the mudra which is represented by the Gandharan Buddha image of Sarnath first sermon. It's Dharma Chakra. Moving further, the standing statue of Gautam Buddha was built in which period? It is in Kushan period. Okay. In India, the Gandhara art flourished during the Kushan rule, particularly Kanishka. The greatest of the Kushan was a great patron of art and architecture. It was during his regime that Gandhara school of art flourished. Both sitting and standing posture of Buddha's statue were carved out in the Mathura school. The Kushan art of Gandhara is mainly known for the wealth of the sculptures recovered from the numerous Buddhist stupas and monasteries. Okay, moving to the question number 90. Lord Buddha image. Lord Buddha's image is sometimes shown with the hand gesture called भूमिस्पर्शा मुद्रा. भूमिस्पर्श मुद्रा इट सिंबलाइजेस. अब इसको किस से सिंबलाइज करते हैं ये पढ़ते हैं. ठीक है. बुद्धा's कॉलिंग ऑफ द अर्थ टू वॉच ओवर मारा एंड टू प्रिवेंट मारा फ्रॉम डिस्टर्बिंग हिज मेडिटेशन. ठीक है. Buddha's calling of the earth to witness his purity and chastity despite the temptation of Mara. Okay. Buddha reminder to his followers that they all arise from earth and finally dissolve into the earth, and thus life is that transitory. Both the statement A and B are correct. No, only answer B is correct, and which is that is Bhumisparsma Mudra is related to Buddha's calling of the earth to witness his purity and chastity despite of temptation of Mara. Okay, so there are many temptations, but still the earth is the most purest thing. So let me read the explanation. The Bhumispars Mudra, Buddha has been seated with his right hand as a pendant over the right knee, stretching towards the ground with the palm inward while touching the lotus throne. The left hand can be seen with the palm upright in his lap. The gesture represents the moments of the Buddha awakening as he claims the earth as the witness of his enlightenment. Just before he realized enlightenment, it is believed that the demon Mara tried to frighten him and with the armies of demons which represent the defeat of Mara. मतलब वही कह रहे हैं अर्थ जो है मोस्ट प्योरेस्ट फॉर्म है. इवन दो मारा जो कि डेमन्स है हमारे आसपास वो उसको डिस्टर्ब करने की कोशिश करते हैं, फिर भी उससे वो डिस्टर्ब नहीं होते. तो एज ऑफ नाउ हमें भी ऐसा बनना चाहिए. ठीक है. सारनाथ बुद्धा इमेज ऑफ भूमि स्पर्श मुद्रा. कहाँ के बुद्धा? तो सारनाथ बुद्धा इमेज जो है वो कहाँ से बिलोंग करते हैं? तो वो गुप्ता पीरियड से. तो याद रखिएगा भूमि स्पर्श मुद्रा बिलोंग्स टू गुप्ता पीरियड. भूमि स्पर्श मुद्रा बिलोंग्स टू गुप्ता पीरियड. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. ठीक है. विथ रेफरेंस टू द कल्चरल हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंडिया कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग पेयर्स. ठीक है. अब इसमें क्या कह रहा है? इस पेयर को फील करना है कि इसमें कौन करेक्ट है कौन नहीं करेक्ट है. विथ रेफरेंस टू द कल्चरल हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंडिया कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग पेयर. अब देखो परिवर्जका क्या मतलब होता है? रिनंसिएशन एंड वांडरर. एकदम सही है ये एकदम सही है. दूसरा है सरमना मीन्स प्रिस्ट विद द हाई स्टैच्यू. नो, दिस इज नॉट करेक्ट. उपासक मतलब होता है फॉलोअर्स, ले फॉलोअर्स ऑफ बुद्धिज्म. सो 1 and 3 इज करेक्ट. ऑप्शन बी इज करेक्ट. लेट मी रीड द एक्सप्लेनेशन फॉर यू एज दिस इज वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन. उपासक दे आर ले फॉलोअर्स ऑफ बुद्धिज्म who are not monks. Upaskas are not monks. Remember this. Parivarjaka literally means male renunciate and wanderers. Buddhist bhikkhu is primarily a parivarjika. ठीक है. A sarmana is wandering monk in certain ascetic tradition including Jainism, Buddhism and Ajivikism. ठीक है. Ajivika sect is also there. Sarnath Buddha image of Bhumi Spars Mudra B belongs to obviously Gupta period. Already read through those two. Now 94 number question. Kushinagar was the capital of Malla Republic. Yes, this is correct. Lord Buddha Mahaparinirvana took place in Kushinagar. This is also correct. So A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation. Obviously, this is not the explanation. So B will be the correct answer. Moving further. Now, which of the following pairs are correctly matched? देखो इतना तो तुम्हें पता है कि लोथल में एंशियंट डॉकयार्ड्स मिला था. ये तो 100% तुम श्योर हो. ठीक है. तो ये करेक्टली मैच्ड है. 1 करेक्टली हो गया. ठीक है. तो ऑप्शन बी तो ऐसे ही नेग्लेक्ट हो गया. ठीक है. अब देखो सारनाथ फर्स्ट सरमन ऑफ बुद्धा. दिस इज ऑल्सो करेक्ट. सो 2 इज ऑल्सो करेक्ट. तो अब दिस कैन बी ए बी एंड सी. राजगीर लायन कैपिटल ऑफ अशोका. नो. नालंदा ग्रेटेस्ट सेक्ट ऑफ बुद्धिज्म लर्निंग. 4 is also correct. 1, 2 and 4 is correct. So answer C is correct. Rajgir is not the lion capital of Ashoka. Rajgir is the pilgrimage center of Buddhist. Rajgir is the pilgrimage center of Buddhist, Hinduism and Jains and is famous for hot water springs. Lion capital of Ashoka is Sarnath. It's not in Rajgir. It's in Sarnath, not in Rajgir. The remains of ancient dockyard are found in Lothal. We all know this. Gujarat. Mahatma Buddha delivered his first sermon at Sarnath. Nalanda was the great sect of बुद्धिस्ट लर्निंग. आगे बढ़ते हैं. 96. इन द महायान बुद्धिज्म द बोधिसत्वास अवलोकित स्वरा. अवलोकितवाद होता है एक कंसेप्ट. उसी का एक टर्म है अवलोकित स्वरा, was also known as, it's known as Padam Pani. Sorry for my pronunciation, sometimes these words are very much Rigvedic type, so I may fail sometime. So Padma Pani or lotus bearer is one of the most common epithets of Avalokitesvara. The Bodhisattva of infinite compassion, the superbly modeled sculptures stands in a tribhaga or tri-bent pose. A bodhisattva is a living being, sattva means living beings, who aspires to enlighten bodhi and carries out altruistic practice. ठीक है, the bodhisattva ideal is central to the Mahayana Buddhism tradition as the individual who seeks enlightenment both for himself or herself and for others. जो अपने लिए भी सोचे और दूसरों के लिए भी enlightenment सोचे, उसी को bodhisattvas कहते हैं. ठीक है, now moving to the question number 97. ये IAS प्रीलिम्स 2020 का क्वेश्चन है. With reference to the religious history of India, consider the following statement. Astaviravandis belongs to Mahayana Buddhism. Okay, so this is not correct. Lokatravandin sect was an offshoot of Mahasangika sect of Buddhism. This is correct. You need to know also the sect of Buddhism. And the deification of Buddha by Mahagansika fostered the Mahayana Buddhism. This is also correct. 2 and 3 is correct. Option B is correct answer. Astharviravadnis belongs to the Hinayan sect of Buddhism. Lokatruvadin sect was an offshoot of the Mahagansika sect of Buddhism, while deification of Buddha by Mahagansikas fostered by the Mahayana Buddhism. Now moving further to the next question. Same question, same manner, so I am skipping this question. With reference to the religious history of India, consider the following statement. The concept of Bodhisattva is central to Himalayan sect of Buddhism. Okay? No, this is not correct. Bodhisattva is a compound word from Bodhi, enlightenment. Sattva means essence or spirit. Is the goal of Mahayana Buddhism. So this is not of Hinayan. Mahayana Bodhisattva was related to Mahayana Buddhism. So Hinayan Buddhism sect of it will be wrong. So one is wrong. So one this is discarded. This is discarded. Now moving to further. Bodhisattva is compassionate one on his way to enlightenment. Yes, this is absolutely correct. So 2 is correct. 2 is correct. Now third, Bodhisattva delays achieving his salvation to help all sentient beings to the path of it. Yes, this is absolutely correct. मैं खुद enlighten होगा और दूसरे को भी enlighten करूंगा, यही बोधिसत्वास का. और याद रखना ये हीनयान का नहीं महायान का concept है. So B will be the correct answer. Moving to the question number 100. The largest and the most evoked rock cut Chaitya hall of the Hinayan phase is situated in Karle. The Chaitya is the largest and most evolved cave temples of the Hinayan phase of Buddhism, situated in Karle in Pune district of Maharashtra. Very interesting questions. Now question number 101. Okay. Which Indian Buddhist monk had been sent to China to the 1st century AD? It's Nagarjuna. You all know about Nagarjuna, as I have always told you. The doctrine of void, Sunyata, was propounded by the Buddhist philosopher Nagarjuna. To which Buddhist school did Nagarjuna belong? It belonged to Madhyamika. इनका बुक भी एक था मध्यमिका के नाम पे. Buddhist center of learning is Vikramshila. Which one of the following rulers did not contribute towards the expansion of Buddhism? Pushyamitra Shunga hasn't contributed for the expansion of Buddhism, so you need to remember this, his name. ठीक है. Which among the following state Udantipur Education Center was situated? It is situated in Bihar. Udantipur, also known as Udyantpura, was a prominent education center of ancient time. It is situated in Magad, now Bihar. It was established by the Pala Emperor Gopala I. Vallavi University was situated in, obviously Vallavi is in Gujarat. Nalanda University was founded during the dynasty of Gupta period. Kumar Gupta was the ruler. Nalanda was a large Buddhist monastery in the ancient kingdom of Magad, modern day Bihar in India. Historians often describe Nalanda as a university. Nalanda flourished under Gupta Empire and was famous for Buddhist religious philosophy. If you want to know Buddhism deeply, then you should visit Bihar. Okay, moving to the question number 9. Who was the founder of Nalanda University? Chandragupta, Vikramaditya, Kumar Gupta, and the more option were Dharmpal and you. Obviously, Kumar Gupta of Gupta ruler. Nalanda University is famous in the world for Buddhist religious philosophy. This is a very simple question. Now moving further with question number 111. With reference to the religious history of India, consider the following statement. Sutrantrika and Samitya were the sects of Jainism. Which of the statement are correct पूछ रहा है. So this is absolutely wrong. Sarvastvadin held that the constituent of phenomena were not wholly momentary but existed forever in the latent form. This is correct. So only 2 is correct and this belongs to Buddhism. So let me read about this because this is new for me also. So Sautantratika and Samitya were the sects of Buddhism, not Jainism. So statement 1 is incorrect. ठीक है. Sarvastivada literally means doctrine that all exist. सब exist करते हैं. Sarvastivadin describes a complex system in which past, present and future phenomena are all held to have some form of their own existence. Like all Buddhists, the Sarvastivadins consider everything empirical to the impermanent to be impermanent, but they maintain that the dharma factor are eternally existing realities. Impermanence, also called anitya, is one of the essentials doctrine and part of the 3 marks of existence of Buddhism. This doctrine was presented by Buddha himself. The doctrine asserts that all the conditioned existence without exceptions is transient, evanescent and inconstant. The impermanence is a source of dukkha, suffering. Therefore, statement 2 is correct. Moving further. So now, question number 113. Nav Nalanda Mahavihar is famous for. Nav Nalanda Mahavihar is famous for Pali Research Center. In 1951, the Nav Nalanda Mahavihar, a modern day center for Pali and Buddhism, was founded by the government of Bihar near the ruins of ancient Nalanda. Okay. So moving to the next question. With reference to the history of ancient India, which of the following were common to both Buddhism and Jainism? अब बताना है बुद्धिज्म और जैनिज्म में दोनों में कॉमन क्या था. ठीक है, समझते हैं. Avoidance of extremities of penance and enjoyment. नहीं, ये तो बिल्कुल नहीं होगा. ठीक है. Indifference to the authority of the Vedas. Yes, ये सही है. Denial of the efficiency of the ritual. ये भी सही है. So 2 and 3 is correct. This one will be the answer. ठीक है. Which one of the following is not common between Buddhism and Jainism? कौन सा ऐसा चीज़ जो कॉमन नहीं है? ठीक है. अहिंसा कॉमन है. इंडिफरेंसेस ऑफ वेदास कॉमन है. रिजेक्शंस ऑफ रिचुअल्स कॉमन है. क्या कॉमन नहीं है? कॉमन नहीं है सेल्फ मॉर्टिफिकेशन. ये कॉमन नहीं है. ठीक है. मूविंग फर्दर. लॉर्ड बुद्धा preached the following 4 noble truths. Put them in correct order. So you need to remember the order also. ठीक है. अब देखो, पहले कि एक सफरिंग होगा. हर किसी के जीवन में एक सफरिंग होगा. ठीक है. उसके बाद उस सफरिंग का कोई ना कोई कारण भी होगा. अगर कोई दुख है तो उस दुख का एक वजह भी है. ठीक है. लेकिन हाँ, वो जो दुख है वो हमेशा के लिए नहीं रहेगा. और चौथा क्या है कि उसका कोई ना कोई पाथ होगा जिसके थ्रू हम बाहर निकल सकते हैं उस दुख से. सो आंसर ए विल बी द करेक्ट आंसर. सो दिस इज द बुद्धिज्म सेक्शन. आई हैव ऑल्सो कंप्लीटेड Harappan civilization as well as the Stone Age. So if you want to continue, if you want to see, you can see. Even if you want to share with your friends, you can share. Thank you.